the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And coming right up, we'll see the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Memphis Grizzlies at FedEx Forum. Well, for the Grizzlies, they've got an opportunity tonight to sweep the season series 2-0. The coaching staff commented that they feel confident coming into this one.
AI fans are crazy loud tonight.
Hey yo, the nuts landed, so back it up. That's the mic, the big psych, the manufacturer, the architect, bringing you the art of break. You used to hit my foot, now you want a part of it. Make sure you do what it takes to be a parliament. Compare me to others, gonna lead to an argument. You frighten me straight from the arm.
Folks, we still have a few seats available for upcoming Grizzlies.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline, we are nearly ready. And the Bucks just won title back in 1971. DA, thank you. Two teams that run offense through the block, Brent. What does playing inside out do to a defense?
Well, it's kind of the idea, when we've talked about it, Kevin, the accordion of the defense.
Right.
You press them in and then out, and then at some point, if they don't work themselves back in, there are advantages on driving angles, there's advantages of attacking closeouts, and then opportunities open up. And the more of those easy shots go in, it starts to deflate that defense.
Boy, you need that center to kind of have his head on a swivel, right? He's got to have that great vision about where guys are.
Well, between that and also you being a big poker fan, we'll see how this accordion defense plays out tonight.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are out on the wings. Brook Lopez is out there with Ilyasova, and it's Bledsoe in at the 1. Pass to Ilyasova. He kicks it to Antetokounmpo. Inside, Gasol with the steal. AI right side. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. AI's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Gasol passes to Reyes over Bledsoe, and another basket for Memphis. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Pass to Ilyasova. Dishes to Middleton. And Gasol sends it back. Brooks with no one around. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. The Bucks working the ball around.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. AI kicks to Griffin. Back to AI. Can't connect from short range.
Yeah, defense timed that out perfectly. Love the aggressiveness, and then they changed the shot's direction.
Bledsoe outside. The kick out to Ilyasova. Shoots over Griffin, and there's Ilyasova on the assist by Bledsoe.
That's a good example of the scoring mentality that Ilyasova has. When the ball comes to him, the first thing he checks is if he can get a shot up.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. Taking a look at Milwaukee. They're stuck in the same spot, but still a top 10 team.
And looking at Memphis, they weren't supposed to be this effective at this point in the season. The question now is, can they sustain it?
Good awareness from EB there. He knows that's his job. Get the ball to the open guys as the point guard.
And from everything you hear about Giannis Antetokounmpo, he keeps a laser focus. Basketball and his family are his sole preoccupations.
You know, at least get a hand up. It's not too much to ask from a coaching staff. Just not intimidating defense at all on that possession.
Bledsoe finds Antetokounmpo. Poked away. Here's Lopez. Kicks it down to Middleton. And the pass to Antetokounmpo. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Griffin and misses it off the right side of the rim. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Here's Reyes. Harrison passes to Reyes. Back to Harrison. AI outside. Buries the long-range jumper. AI's got 11 points.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Alex Len's checked in for Gasol. Jackson comes in for Blake Griffin. Caspi, he's checked in for Dylan Brooks. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Andrew Harrison. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Zeller, he's checked in for Lopez. Henson comes in for Ilyasova. Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Eric Bledsoe.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
I also like the adjustments that they've made. Each time they're defended a little bit differently, they seem to have the answer for it.
Antetokounmpo. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. He's got 8. Here's Temple. AI outside. Caspi for 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Brogdon kicks to Antetokounmpo. And Brent, you look at Giannis Antetokounmpo's slashing game. Standing, maybe a hair under 7 foot tall. How do you even put it into words?
Well, it's hard to imagine a more perfect frame for today's game in terms of getting in transition, having a versatile offensive game, putting it down, getting to the rack. Well, the one thing that we're anxious to see is whether or not Giannis will develop the type of range from the three-point line that makes it respectable. Other than that, he's pretty much unstoppable.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, easy call.
Memphis shooting their first free throws of the game. The first free throw is good. The Bucks making a change here. Snell's checked in. Both free throws good from Jackson. Brent, I'm sure there were times, and you've won 2 championships where you thought you were going to win a title, and it didn't happen.
I'll go back to the first night that I thought potentially we were going to win a title with San Antonio. And that was in the 2005 finals against Detroit. We had come back home for a Game 6 that I thought we were going to win, and we did not. And sort of the pressure that mounted after that game to know that we were going to a Game 7 and had lost an opportunity where we really did feel coming off of Game 5 we were going to win. It certainly elevated the intensity of the Game 7, which we eventually won at home for our title in 2005.
Muhammad on the wing. He's guarded by AI. And Muhammad kicks to Brogdon. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first. Bucket is good.
Brogdon inside, never rushed, effective with the soft touch.
Memphis moving it around. It's blocked. Fires top of the key. And that one hits back iron.
Looked a little bit forced. No reason for it either. The defense was not even in the frame.
John Henson pulls it down.
And a little frustration now, missing on the catch and flush.
Sometimes the easy play is the right play. You take a chance when you go for that big finish.
And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Here's Reyes, and AI throws it down.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Here's Muhammad, and Muhammad throws it down.
Well, the size that Brogdon has at the point guard, a good job of finding somebody over the top.
And so it's Memphis with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back right after this. Well, there are a lot of letters that go into the spelling of Giannis Antetokounmpo's last name. He helped set the record straight of how you pronounce it.
In the Nigerian way, you gotta say with a D, so it's Antetokounmpo. But in the Greek way, you say with the NT, like Antetokounmpo. Whatever you got, just say, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Seems easy enough, right?
I guess so. I think a lot of people are going to stick with Giannis or the Greek Freak.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
That's a quick way to build the lead, but Greg, can they sustain this kind of effort all night long? We'll see.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Garrett Temple is out there with AI. Then there's Pachulia. Then it's Jermichael Green, and it's Caspi in at the 3 slot. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Rockets had a huge night. He scored 35 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also finished with a season high in rebounds. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin, we'll see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. But we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
And the great players are never satisfied. We'll see what he does in the next one. You love basketball. Couldn't miss in the first quarter. Now can't make it in the second quarter. Got to be eating at him just a bit.
That one good for 2. Zeller's got his second basket of the game.
That's an encouraging sign. The willingness of Brogdon to just give it up. I want to see more of that.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Malcolm Brogdon, a second-round pick. He won the Rookie of the Year in 2017. And maybe we shouldn't have been surprised at all. In Virginia, he was the ACC Player of the Year and the ACC Defensive Player of the Year. Solid foundation coming into the league.
Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Memphis. Harrison comes in for Garrett Temple. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Ilyasova comes in for John Henson. Chris Middleton's checked in for Muhammad. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Brogdon. Snell kicks to Lopez. Over Pachulia, and the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down to just 6 points, and the bucket from Lopez. Well, Brogdon, only the 4th player in NBA history, Brent, to shoot over 40% from long range in his first season in the league.
Well, he adapted pretty quickly to the step back and longer distance of the NBA three-point line. He was also smart enough to be selective with it. Had a tremendous year.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Arkansas comes in for Jaja Pachulia. And it's Blake Griffin in for Jermichael Green. The Bucks also with the sub. Antetokounmpo's checked in. And that one, good.
And through the years, he's become very confident in that shot. Gasol's almost better from mid-range than he is in tight. That's a great weapon for a 7-footer to have.
Brooks against Antetokounmpo. Over Brooks. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. And Dylan Brooks, the former Pac-12 Player of the Year. Greg with a great start to his career.
Yeah, I was shocked that Brooks ended up going 45th overall in that 2017 draft. He just plays within himself, but still is aggressive in terms of looking for his shot. It looks like he'll be a strong scoring option for the team as he continues to develop.
Bledsoe finds Antetokounmpo. Over Brooks. It's rebounded by Memphis. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And the fact they still had a chance to win that game, I find to be somewhat amazing because it was clearly an off night for most of their guys.
And I'll tell you, if they had pulled that game out, it would have been an amazing win because they made a bunch of mistakes. Nothing was going their way, and somehow they still nearly won it.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Bledsoe outside. Gasol with the steal. Harrison kicks to Griffin. Back to Harrison. Oh, good on the three. Bucks trail by 14. To the paint. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Every night there's something that Giannis does on the floor where you just have to put your hands on your head. Wow, what a move.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. And it's AI missing.
Now, this is a quarter that he would love to forget as soon as possible. Not getting anything to go.
Middleton can't get it to go.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
They get the rebound. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. To the middle. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
That's great signs to see Chris Middleton get up just like that.
Pass to Gasol. Back to AI. Here's Griffin. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And Gasol gets it to go.
That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. You can see it all over the league. Injuries, Brent, beginning to affect some teams, but it's hard to pay your stars and maintain a deep bench all under the salary cap. It's a very difficult dance to do.
This is why sitting next to you as a broadcaster is a really less stressful thing to do. Rather than be a general manager in the league.
Yeah.
So hard to make.
But you could be a general manager in this league.
Maybe it's...
And so it's Memphis, sitting with a comfortable lead up. Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Really an incredible game from AI.
And so far, he's giving them great production from deep. They've been able to kind of spread the floor because of it.
Well, his shooting has fueled the offense, and we'll see if they can get him the ball to see if he can keep it going in the second half.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Middleton and Giannis are out on the wings. Ilyasova out there with Brook Lopez. And it's Bledsoe in at the point. AI with the bucket.
Well, that's some good O there. Always like to see them getting those interior looks.
Bledsoe passes to Antetokounmpo. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. 13 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Here's Harrison. No points in the game yet for him. There's the dish to AI. Brooks against Antetokounmpo. Brooks kicks to AI. Harrison passes to Reyes. Gasol, no good. Bucks trail by 12. Now here's Bledsoe. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
They're playing with a huge bit of confidence and some fire here. They've recorded 3 in a row here, guys.
To the inside. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. The grind of the NBA season wears on, but what a pleasure this year is turning out to be. Let's check out the West and see how the standings look. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. They're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And, of course, Memphis. They're just sitting one spot down right on their heels.
And for the Grizzlies, got to be one of the feel-good stories of this NBA season. Not many people were talking about them coming into the start of the year.
No doubt about it. They're one of the top teams everyone's talking about, top to bottom, everyone in the organization. That means front office, coaches, players, just done an outstanding job this season.
Left side, Antetokounmpo, off the mark from 16 feet out.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
AI can't hit.
Somehow, some way, he couldn't get that one to fall from in between. Got to take advantage of the weak defense when you can. Well, the Bucks, this is a franchise that for a long time just was treading water and chasing after a 7th or an 8th seed on the back end of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Not so much anymore. With Giannis Antetokounmpo leading the charge, the opportunity for the Bucks to do some damage in the playoffs is here.
And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. And now running up the court, Bledsoe pushing it up. Second shot opportunity. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Memphis has gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. A nice shot by AI. And there's always pressure when you have a superstar player, Brent. And the Bucks are trying to capitalize on that window right now.
And I think Giannis, even though he's young, understands that great players are judged on how far they can push their teams. What type of postseason success can the Milwaukee Bucks have around what it is that Giannis can bring to the table. He wants to retire in a Bucks uniform. He's said that before, but winning makes that decision a lot easier. And maybe with the coaching change, they'll get there. And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters. Fishing with dynamite.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. One thing I like about Adam Silver, he is always looking to break new ground, push the envelopes, and develop new areas of innovation.
Well, always forward thinking. And of course, this league has always done that. Adam has found a new position in the league, having a chief innovation officer in place, somebody that's always examining not only how things are going in the league and maybe being adaptable to change, but examining what's going on worldwide. And you always see the way the league tinkers with and toys with Summer League and the way the G League competition sets up in order to try to find more ways to make the game more enjoyable or more accessible to the fan base.
Here's Bledsoe and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Eric Bledsoe is accustomed to playing alongside some other great playmakers in Kentucky. He was with John Wall with the Clippers. He was with Chris Paul. In Phoenix, they had 3-guard lineups. So that ought to help out as they continue to get great chemistry. Giannis and Eric Bledsoe could be a devastating duo.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Milwaukee. John Henson comes in for Chris Middleton. Bledsoe finds Henson. It's Brogdon, top of the key. Pass to Zeller. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points in the quarter. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've led by as many as 14 points. Well, Eric Bledsoe, as you mentioned, Brent, accustomed to playing on or off the ball.
Well, that helps a little bit with some of the new offensive schemes that Mike Budenholzer is putting into place. He's got that huge wingspan, which can always bogart a guy defensively. He's a nice fit on the Bucks roster, and he's a good build around that length.
And that one's good, Brogdon.
Pretty effective floater there. Most point guards in the league have one of those in their bag of tricks. This time it's Brogdon.
AI kicks to Pachulia. Back to AI. And he banks in the layup. AI's got 11 in the second half.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's Bledsoe. And that one goes long. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. And AI gets it to go. AI's got 30 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Hits the target from 18 feet.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
AI with it. 30 points in the game. And AI throws it down.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And to me, this is why they're winning, guys. Unlikely players stepping up huge against a defense that's really nowhere to be found.
Back to Antetokounmpo, and Bledsoe has it in the corner. Kicks it to Henson. It's deflected and stolen by AI. And AI throws it down.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Bledsoe outside. Henson dishes to Bledsoe. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Here's Reyes. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Bledsoe and another basket for Milwaukee.
Now, Bledsoe felt really good on that one. A good shooter from the in-between areas.
Brooks kicks to Jackson. AI right side. Brooks outside. Traps in the tray. Brooks has got 10.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got AI. Griffin is out there with Caspi. Then there's Len, and it's Harrison in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his first foul. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Tony Snell. Here's Muhammad. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Not a lot of defense there. You can't afford to let guys shoot freely from the mid-range. You're not going to miss those all that often.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Second chance shot. Henson trying to break free. Can't get the layup.
And seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
But they get it back. The shot by Harrison, no good.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
Muhammad, the pass to Brogdon. Outside, Antetokounmpo. He dishes it to Ilyasova. Shot clock at 5. Elbow shot is on the way. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. And the Grizzlies leading by 14. Lenka kicks to Harrison. Here's Reyes. Here's Harrison. Griffin dishes to AI. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Milwaukee gets called for the foul. Aside from one recent year, we've seen plenty of coaching changes. When teams come up short, do you think that position maybe gets too much blame?
Probably, and coaches know that's exactly what they're in store for once they sign a contract
And
to coach
pay
a
that
team.
kind of money.
Yeah, all of a sudden they know that what happens on the floor, the end result is going to be whether or not I coach this team the next year and the year after and the year after. Interesting cycle of things that happens, though, Kevin, is when changes are made in a front office around the league, sometimes the managers want to put in a coach where they feel either a little bit more comfortable with or a style of basketball that they're more comfortable with. And sometimes the success on the floor for the coach has no bearing on whether or not he's going to keep his job.
Right.
Because management would like to see a different product out there. So they become a victim sometimes of upper management movement and sometimes are removed from being the head coach.
Good thoughts. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Alex Len.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
If anything could change the momentum, it's that kind of play. Cloud of smoke has people standing on their feet.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Antetokounmpo finds Lopez. They get a hand on it. Pass to Middleton. On the top of the key, Blake Griffin pulls it in. And so Griffin will bring it up for Memphis. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Now, here's Brogdon. Tight defense on him. Harrison in the corner. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got his 5th assist in this one.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Brogdon kicks to Lopez. Now the pass to Middleton. Can they get it? That shot no good. And Memphis the other way now. Here's Reyes. No good on the triple. Bucks trail by 21. Middleton drives in. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Great quickness on the pull-up from Middleton, cashing in on that opportunity.
AI outside. And finished off by Griffin.
Wow, Blake Griffin giving you all the highlights right here. His jams igniting both the crowd and his teammates.
And that last replay, courtesy of the Under Armour Hover Havoc, unleashing a little bit of chaos. Middleton outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
And Malcolm Brogdon, the son of a lawyer and a college dean, no less. His maturity and thoughtfulness certainly reflect that upbringing.
And now a moment to take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
To the inside, stolen by Bledsoe. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Eric Bledsoe, if you're that athletic on the offensive end, why not on the D?
And with the way Brogdon conducts himself, some teammates call him, Greg, the president.
Yeah, he has an air about him. That he has that leadership quality and has a goal to create an NGO to alleviate poverty and hunger in developing nations. Who knows? Politics might not be out of the question for this young man.
And Marc Gasol, a force on both ends of the floor. You forget, Greg, that he's won a Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, Gasol doesn't really wow you on defense with what he does. I mean, he gets blocks, but it's really his positioning and his rotations are what make him so great. Always involved in plays, and he just seems to be able to protect the rim and a terrific team defender.
A nice shot by Griffin.
And the aggressiveness of Griffin, always on the attack. Gotta love that tenacity, Kevin.
Bucks trail by 20. Antetokounmpo kicks to Ilyasova. Do you think it seems like young players are more receptive to stints in the G League than they were in the past?
I feel that way.
Seems
Kevin,
that
do you?
way, yeah.
Like the stigma of what was used to be the D League, and maybe it was because those were the grades that I had, that you felt a little weird about it. But now that it's the G League, and now that, like we talked about, almost half the players last year had some kind of touch with the G League, I think that stigma has mostly gone.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, you came out of halftime and had an explosive third quarter. What was the catalyst for that outburst?
I don't think it was anything that triggered it, especially I think I was just feeling fresh. I knew that we had a win on our sights, and I wasn't about to let it get away from us. So, I mean, when the win's there, you just got to grab it. Grab that victory.
You took it off the vine, and that W is going to help in the win column. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.